Hey, so I want to talk to you about COAs. A lot of people, I realized, didn't know what a COA was. So COA is a certificate of analysis. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Luna. I might just cut this out, but Luna wants to say hi. Say hi, Luna. Say hi to all the lovely people. Preferring, just say hi. She needs some loving. And if she only needs it when I'm recording, she'll be bouncing around in the background or climbing on something. Usually me, but anyway. A COA is a certificate of analysis. You can get a COA by going through a testing company. So when it comes to COA, usually the company would test and then they would post a COA. There's a lot of different ways to figure out if a COA is real or not. There are a bunch of videos right here on TikTok where you can type in how to check to see if a COA is real. We're not gonna go into that because there are like so many people that can better explain this to you instead of me, because I'm still considered like a baby biohacker or baby pepper, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, there are a lot of different companies that you can go through to get a COA. So let's start with price. COAs usually start at about $300 and then go up from there. So most people would do a group buy and testing. So they'll all buy from the same batch, and they'll have one or two vials sent out for testing and divide it between the people in the group. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is you buy it yourself and you test it yourself. But like I said, it's $300. I believe Genoshik is, I should say, the gold standard when it comes to testing PAPs. They just have a reputation of being the gold standard. So that's like up there. It's like up there. And I believe Fenric is a testing company. They don't do the test themselves, but they send off the vials to be tested. I think their ultimate goal is to have the vendor themselves reimburse them for the testing as time goes on. But at this point, if you are accepted by Fenric, you can send a vial off to be tested, and then it'll come back. So what are you looking for in the testing? So the testing is going to tell you about purity. It's going to test you about the composition. So what is actually inside that vial, and what is the purity of what's inside that vial. But that does not account for like things like heavy metals and contaminants. That's a completely different test. What you're testing for with this COA is just going to be what's in there, the percentage of what's in there. So if it's Tirz and it's supposed to be 15%, they're going to tell you if it's 15, if it's 20, if it's 10. They might come back and say, hey, this isn't even Tirz, this is SEMA. That's a whole nother thing. It's another drama